Member for Chaffey.
Thank you, sir. My question is to the Minister for Education. Can the Minister provide an update on how the Marshall Liberal Government is building what matters across our South Australian schools, including the great electorate of Chaffey?
The Minister for Education.
Thank you, sir. I'm really pleased to have this question from the member for Chaffey. It was only a couple of months ago in July that I was pleased to visit the member's electorate and spend some time visiting some of those schools, which are very grateful for the support that they're getting from the Marshall Liberal Government. Indeed, grateful for the support that is going to so many schools across South Australia. The member for Ghana accuses us...
The Minister resume his seat for a moment. The interjections will cease. The Minister will not respond to interjections. The member for Ghana is on 2 warnings. The Minister will be heard in silence. The Minister has the call. The Minister.
Thank you, sir. I'm pleased to have the opportunity to outline to the House the significant record investment going into our schools in South Australia, an investment that is going according to a range of aspects. We are increasing capacity in our school system. We are moving Year 7 into high school. We're replacing aged and no longer fit-for-purpose infrastructure across a range of schools. Many of the commitments we have made were indeed identified by the former Labor government when they were in power, and I commended them for that on the day they announced it, and the Liberal Party signed up to it, some $692 million of investment that we are delivering. We have increased that investment. We have 3 new schools being built in Aldinga, Angle Vale and Whyalla. We have indeed announced a new school in Goolwa.
Order. Members on my left.
We have, just yesterday, a range of further projects. Yesterday I brought to the House's attention $15 million going into support of redevelopment and upgrade and increased capacity at the Roma Mitchell College in the member for Port Adelaide's own electorate, funding which $0 of which was available under the former Labor government, because indeed it is the Marshall Liberal government that has radically increased the amount of infrastructure investment going into our schools. We have identified tens of millions of dollars of maintenance funding going into schools across South Australia. And the identification of which schools we're going to get it and which preschools we're going to get it was done thus. Every government preschool in South Australia, $20,000, and each of them have found useful things to spend that money on this year, providing stimulus to local businesses, local tradies, including many in the member for Chaffey's electorate. There was indeed upgrade of a significant amount of money, about $25 million, in school maintenance projects. And the way that those schools were chosen was the department identified those schools with the highest priority on their list, schools many of which had been waiting for many years for maintenance projects, schools that had had their facilities manager identify projects confirmed, shovel-ready, ready to go, done this year at the order suggested by the department. Because in the Marshall Liberal government, we don't play favourites, making political decisions with schools when they're getting grants for maintenance projects. I don't know how the Labor Party did it when they were in office. I don't know what was in their minds when they were picking schools that got special maintenance streets. The members opposite who have complained about the selection choice here can be reassured that not a call was made by me or my office to determine which schools got those. It was the ones that were on the list from the Education Department. And that is the sort of appropriate commitment that we take, that we make decisions based on where there is a need and where we can best support communities. In Chaffey, can I tell the member for Chaffey that his schools are supported, particularly all of the preschools are getting those supports, and there are specific infrastructure projects, $17.2 million at the Glossop High School, about half of which was brought in by the Marshall Liberal government in addition to earlier grants, and that is bringing the campuses together on Berry to have a state-of-the-art new facility for so many of those students. $5 million at Loxton will increase the capacity from 527 to 650 and improve a range of the areas. And it was great to be with the member at the Renmark High School, where they are appreciating their $5 million, which is replacing air conditioning, providing new specialist learning areas and delivering an increased capacity. We are building what matters for our schools across South Australia. We are providing jobs and leaving a legacy of improved educational services for all of our children.